I'm gonna unravel Graydon's freaking neck. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Adventures.
Wahoo!
So, last time, we covered a major conspiracy that
We did.
freaking Graydon was working... Well, first off, he was the victim's son from Case 3. So, he already has his ties there. And he's working with... he was working on making a deal with McGilded by selling out government secrets. So he is a traitor. And on top of that, now they're trying to spin that the blood splatter on Gina's coat, which was McGilded's, and they're trying to say that it's Windibank's, which makes no sense because that's the blood from 2 months ago. But we can't contradict them because they suck.
Which sucks because for some reason they don't have a fucking brain, and that's literally why we can't contradict them. It's the only reason why.
Yeah. So now we're kind of stuck. But I don't know, I guess we'll see. This might be the last episode for this Let's Play, or the next one, we'll see. Because they usually tend to drag out the end game. But I'm enjoying this a lot, so.
Yeah, this is piping hot.
Alright, we'll just hop in. How's it all unraveling so fast? I don't know, man.
If Susato were here, this wouldn't be happening.
What the... How very distressing.
Who is this?
To be held in such low esteem.
It's a lot of heart.
Who? Cosmo?
It's a lot of heart.
What the...
Cosima, what? Don't say that. I just got so excited. I was like, wait, is he here?
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Is that Susato?
I know you were waiting for me. Damn, Susato got tall then.
Is it Susato with a fake mustache on?
Susato got very tall. There's only one character
yeah.
we have not seen for a while in this case. Well, actually, there's
It
a
wouldn't make
small
any
handful.
sense, though.
Yeah, she should be away in Japan. I don't know. And also, this dog I need to deal with, so I'll be right back.
Gasp, okay.
All right. Officer, why are you acting so weird?
Is it Susato?
You've delivered the report now. That will be all. Thank you. I want to know how the hell
Is it
Susato managed
Susato
to
on
manipulate her
stilts?
height.
On stilts. She's
Yes.
wearing really high shoes.
It occurs to me with some irregularity, Mr. Naruhodo.
Who are you?
That scientific truths are determined not by science, but by none other than the human mind. Why are you speaking to me
Who the fuck is that?
like this?
Who are you? Is that
I know
Sholmes?
that voice.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Am I going mad?
Is it Sholmes?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes
my
sense. I
man.
was like,
Mr. Sholmes. Look at Gregson.
You're so fucking stupid.
Gregson's
He's so
like,
scared. He's like, oh god.
What is the meaning of this?
Look
Oh,
at
that's
his little
right.
Toes.
We haven't
What's
seen him
name?
this entire case. Well, actually, like
That's
the very
so
beginning.
funny.
Order,
Yeah.
order! What business do you have here, detective? Last I heard, you were recuperating in hospital. I suppose I should be, had I not been set upon an errand? What errand?
Hurley, it's really you. You're awake at last.
Damn right, darling, it is me. Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Sure. No, my lord, if you will humour me. In what manner, sir?
They're like, no, he's gonna fuck up the whole case.
Oh, there's something of great importance I wish to give to the young boy over there. Oh, I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind as to spare us the time?
No.
What say you to this, Lord Fancy? He is still a detective. This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, and we spent so long already. Exactly. We haven't spent so long already. We don't want to go wasting any more precious time. As I
That's
was
because you
saying,
guys know he's gonna do something that's going to like prove you wrong.
Having spent so long already, it would seem churlish to deny the defense mere 5 minutes. Ha! Very well then. Counsel, you have 5 minutes. Alright, Sholmes coming in clutch. Oh. Well, I see a fellow. I apologize for my tardy arrival. Mr. Sholmes, you
That was
alright now?
Really quick change.
Yeah.
How did you change your clothes?
Alright, I'm all wrong. I'm all left. Sorry?
up.
I've only just managed to summon the strength to stand, man. I asked the judge for 5 minutes, but I need like fucking 2 years. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Well, pray forgive me. Should I pass out? I'm gonna fall on Iris. Let's make this discussion as short as possible.
Hurley, this place is full of idiots.
That's actually adorable. The camera had to pan down in order to get
I
Iris's
know, that was really cute.
reaction.
None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is.
Oh, well, they're all too brain dead to even comprehend it. The concoction of mine was really just a bit of a sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community. Never saw it on my part. Right. Modesty? Surely not. But enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow. What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping? Is this from Susato?
It looks like it would be.
Sure, I'll leave you present from Miss Tomato. From Miss Susato. Tomato. If possible,
That's what I
matters. Would it be settled without me giving you this? Those were instructions when she asked me to do this her favor. What? Do her this favor. And then the boat sank. What? Look at Iris's face. What?
She's like, oh gods.
I don't understand. Of course you don't, baby. I'll make
Don't
you
call me
understand.
baby.
Mr. Soto foresaw today's events, I believe. Oh, yeah, this theme is kicking in. She knew that
That
the
must
culprit
mean that this is really useful information.
will attempt to escape justice by both means. What fucking devious and underhand. And that you, Miss Naruhodo, finding failure as you all want to do, would find yourself in considerable peril.
How
that very
would she
moment.
possibly know exactly what we need in this moment?
Yeah, really,
She
what the
had no
hell's in
idea
here?
that this would happen.
It's the fucking disc. I swear to God.
I'd be like, what?
At the very moment of crisis, you would be given this small parcel. It's the disc containing all the government's secrets. That's Soto knew.
No, it's just a bunch of vials of blood.
Those were the dear lady's instructions. Leaving present from Susato-san. Whatever could it be? Huh? What is this? Alright, Iris knows what it is.
Is that a whatchamacallit? A stereoscope, but like a gun?
Oh, something like that probably.
Kind of looks like it. I don't know.
Oh, it's the machine I made.
Ah! Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Oh, it's a puss.
It's walk a high.
Meow.
Meow.
Look, I used this. It's my latest invention.
Yeah, throwback when you had to take like 50,000 years to examine every little thing in this damn office.
Yeah, literally.
What is that?
I call it the Clat Flap. Wait, what the fuck? The Cat
Crat.
Flapper Mat.
The clat.
It can make a cat flap like what the fuck? Cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy.
What the fuck in seconds? A flend?
A friend.
It can make a flap for a flack and a clat for... I don't even fucking know.
What's Susie up to?
Everything.
Oh.
Miss Soto muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant. those, are
She
some,
was right.
those are some amazing parting words. Damn. What the hell? What? Didn't she say something like that? Oh, right. Yeah, this whole bit. I'm a failure. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. And my only assistant.
I know. Well, that's extremely flattering.
God, this is so long ago. In terms of
I know,
episodes.
right? Yeah.
But I'm sorry to say,
You suck? Yeah.
that I've been a complete failure.
I laughed. Whatever does she mean by that, Mr. Sholmes? Who means
I
she
love that they're
failed?
both thinking.
That night, when you left Winterbanks in pursuit of the thieves, Mr. Soto made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, dear fellow. Not at all cryptic, then. Soto used this cat flapper mat that night, but why? Okay, how the hell is this supposed to help us? Why the hell are you making cat doors?
The real question is, why aren't you?
Your 5 minutes is over. We're out of time already? I'm in. Well, I'm grateful to you for affording that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. I botched that line. I need no thanks, Detective. After all, the die is cast. And your face is in the ground. Is it really? The jurors are unanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. But any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder. Miss Naruhodo? Yes? The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What's your plan? The rest is down to me. I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end badly. My lord, the defense requests. Shit. Save time.
Saving.
Okay.
All right.
So a summation examination, it's very clear that the jurors are going to change their mind. Let me think about it. I need good. I need time to think. What do you think you're doing, you idiot? Is it not hard? Sorry? What a Mrs. Sotto's gracious gesture, you dolt.
You dick.
Would you let this final piece of evidence she left you go to waste? I'm thinking.
I'm thinking, man.
Final piece of... This is not a time for inaction. It's time to hear from a witness. But it's not possible for me to bring a new witness to the stand at this point.
I don't think that's what Hurley means, Runo.
Well, why don't you just tell me what he means?
Have you forgotten where we are in the trial?
The end.
The end.
If the defense has nothing more to add, I think we should proceed to the adjudicative.
I think you should shut the fuck up.
Wait, my lord. The defense requests further cross-examination. So we don't need to do a summation examination. That would have lost the trial.
That would have.
No. The jurors have spoken. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness now.
Objection. And I think you should die.
The defense is not asking for a cross-examination of a new witness. Rather, to continue with one of an existing witness. One cross-examination that we haven't finished yet because it was suspended. What? No. It would appear that a rather important detail has escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. What are you gonna do, rape my asshole? My lord. Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Oh. Thank you, officer. Very well, the cross-examination is suspended. I presume you have no objection, counsel. No, my lord. Good.
Oh, sorry, that was a really big yawn. Anyway.
So, nobody can say anything then?
I guess not.
If Runo asks to resume his cross-examination of Mr. Graydon...
The court is obliged to allow it. This is absurd.
Yeah, get fucking wrecked.
Everybody's so fancily dressed now.
I know.
I'll remind those present that this is my courtroom. I concur that the defense is entirely within its rights to request the continuation of the cross-examination. However, I will not permit an unremitting protraction of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity, including the cross-examination. Fuck.
Thanks.
Counsel, you must choose but one statement from the witness's testimony,
Oh shit.
and but one piece of evidence to present to support
shit.
your arguments against it. You have one shot.
What about two? What about two
A
chances?
single chance to present evidence? If following that the situation remains unchanged, I shall move to adjudication. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press the witness any further. Damn!
You're so fucking biased.
My lord. Yes, my lord. A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Well, we know what the evidence is. It has to be the cat flopping mat. We just need
Yeah,
more
it
where.
has to.
Most generous. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's high time I fell in a dead faint. I leave this in your capable hands.
You're so dramatic. I love you.
Mr. Sholmes! It's so hard to take that
I
seriously.
love him. I love him so much.
Is he gonna be lying on the
They're
ground?
just gonna let him sit. They're just gonna have him just lay there until they're done.
I guess so.
Also, I think I know where the flap-o-mat is going to come into handy because it can make a flap in literally anything. I bet you it has anything to do with like the gun. Wait. Nah. Maybe that's
Wait,
dumb
what about
because I don't think.
What about the peephole? Does that have anything to do with
Well,
it?
that's what I was going to say because they were talking about like, oh, you know, she had the gun and then she dropped the gun through the peephole and then I took it and like that's the only way it could have ended. So I feel like it's going to have something to do with the peephole and the fact that like there was stuff on the other
I
side
think that
of the
makes most
door
sense.
and like, oh, well, I saw it, you know.
Yeah, because that's the only place where like, you know, a door was really made.
Right, exactly. So,
To stand so what the fuck? Before the court in a state of such high favor. Either the man has
So
extraordinary
simply.
strength of mind, or an extraordinary lack of feeling. I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers. Strike him when he's down, why don't you? Well then, counsel, are you fully prepared? Yes. One statement. One piece of evidence. I won't let Mr. Sholmes down, or Iris. And I won't waste this final chance Mr. Sato-san has given me. This is going to decide the entire outcome of this trial. Very well then. Under the terms I've outlined, you may resume the cross-examination. Oh boy.
here we go.
The moment
The
of the
big
shooting again. Oh damn, man, the cross-examination theme is completely different.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's because the stakes are high. This is awesome.
The final cross-examination. Alright, so let's read these carefully. So, it has to be the cat flapping mat. We just need to know where. While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop. When Windibank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door, though. The accused in the black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety. I saw the blood spatter all over the wretched girl. Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. Okay, so it has to do with one of these two statements because it mentions the peephole. Can we press? Or are they gonna get mad?
No, yeah, they're gonna be like, no.
I take issue with your—
All right, fuck you, man.
No, my lord friend. I take issue with you.
Are you not
Oops.
gonna let us press?
His lordship made it very clear that the defense is permitted to present only a single piece
Oh
of
my
evidence.
god! You're kidding.
The prosecution demands stern punishment for any mischief used to make more of this cross-examination. Indeed. Just deserts, counsel. Fuck you.
That's so stupid.
Oh, that felt great.
He threw that mischief in your face. Wait, in your face? In your face, Runo. In your
He
face.
threw those just desserts in my face twice. Alright, I can only present one single piece of evidence. I need to think about this carefully. So what happens if we do it on the wrong statement?
Sure, you
I just want
lose
to
all
present
your
my-
lives immediately.
I just want to see what happens. Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we, dickhead? What implications, Kelsey? You fuck. Nothing strikes me about it. Exactly, and there's nothing striking about it. What does strike me is your propensity for the inane, however. I need to clear my head and come at this again from a different angle. Okay, I thought it was going to be like an immediate game over.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely in favor of the two peephole things. I'm kind of wondering if like that one right there, the coat splatter one, has anything to do with it either.
See, compact machine for the rapid creation of small flaps and larger doors to allow cast to come and go freely. Small flaps and larger doors.
Oh wait, no, the coat one wouldn't have literally anything. to do
Actually, wait, look at the door.
Yeah, it's covered. You can't see
Not
it
only
unless
that,
you
there's-
make a one in the bottom corner.
Not only that, there's no peephole there to begin with. Because you know, the door's
But
still
we saw
decently
a
big.
picture of it.
Yeah, but
saw
if
a
it was
picture of
if it
it.
was made after the fact, because there's no peephole in this door.
Oh,
So that messes with the timeline of events then. Okay, so this definitely comes up. I'm gonna do it.
Objection!
What on earth is that, ancestor contraption, Council?
Wait, how did he even get his hands on that?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, where did you fucking
Unless
find
Susato
that?
opened it.
Well, actually, hold on, because didn't they say at some point that Sholmes like would drop shit off there, like a bunch of just random shit? So maybe that's how it happened.
Oh, it's my cat flapper-matic, my lord. It makes a way for cats to get in and out of a room.
Sounds useless.
Oh, you're useless. It can cut through any door you can think of and make a new little door in the middle of it.
That's right, my lord. It's a device for creating so-called cat flaps.
Love a cat
Small
flap.
doors for cats to come and go as they please, without their owners having to open the main door. I'm sure we can all work that out for ourselves. I'm gonna use the cat flapping mount on your fucking face. I'm gonna open your face.
Just pull your face up.
Damn, Bozo's mad. But that cat flap has got
stay
trivets.
mad.
There's no possible relevance to this case.
It does because you fucking used it, you stupid bitch.
Oh, really? Of course it doesn't. To start with, there was no cat flap at the pawnbroker's door.
You're right, there wasn't a peephole in there either, you fuck.
Not being a keeper of cats myself, I'm afraid I fail to see what this has to do with the matter at hand. Perhaps it would help if I described its function another way then.
No.
This contraption is able to create a peephole in any door you can imagine in practically no time at all. I beg your pardon. A peephole, you say? Yeah, I'm gonna use it on Graydon's ass. 2 nights ago, we arrived at the scene only minutes after the murder of Mr. Windibank had taken place. That's right. According to the paperwork at the yard, it was you, your Japanese assistant, and Sholmes. Yes, the 3 of us were together, and it's recently come to my attention that my assistant made use of this device at the time. Your assistant did what? There was a peephole in the storeroom door. I can attest to that. Because I looked through the peephole myself in order to see inside the locked storeroom. This is ludicrous. What are you trying to say? Of course there was a peephole in the door. I said as much in my testimony. How else could I have witnessed the crime, for pity's sake? Yes, how could you? What? Counsel, kindly say what you mean. Alright, it's time. Time to strike the final blow.
Yeah. Get him, Ryunosuke.
What I mean is this, my lord. My assistant made the peephole in the storeroom door, and until such time she did, as she fucking did, the door had no hole in it to look through. What? No! So that just completely dismantles his entire testimony.
Objection!
This is a farce. So you really suggested that the peephole in the door was... Yes, it was created only after the incident had taken place by my judicial assistant using this device. Your assistant tampered with the crime scene whilst being fully aware of the gravity of our actions. That is a most serious act of vandalism. For which I humbly apologize, my lord. It was in the few minutes that I had left the scene in order to pursue the Skulkin brothers and alert the police. Oh, so that's what happened while we were gone. Nevertheless, in the light of this new information, it becomes apparent that Mr. Graydon's testimony is riddled with holes, and he lied, which means he's guilty. Von Zeeks even said it himself. He said if he fails to, do good in his cross-examination or whatever, then he's fucked.
Yep.
Riddled with. Explain yourself, counsel. Oh my god, put 2 together, please. The majority of Mr. Graydon's testimony that appears to incriminate the defendant is based upon what he witnessed through the peephole in the storeroom door. Yes, that filthy girl shooting the man in the back. However, if at the time of the incident, that peephole did not yet exist in the door, there's no possible way that you could have seen what you claim to have seen, which means you're fucking lying.
Which means you're an idiot.
In short, your entire testimony is a pack of lies.
That's
Skulker-
legal jargon for you're going to fucking jail,
The Skulker brothers are back? Order!
I guess.
There's already credence in this revelation.
Objection!
You can't deny this. None whatsoever, as my lord Fred must surely realize. Exactly. It's just some cheap trick designed to discredit me. I'm afraid not, sir. Of course it is. Do you seriously expect people to believe that plaything can cut through solid wooden door?
Like, the Skulkin brothers literally came back in to watch this dude go to jail.
So funny.
They're
I'm here
like,
for
we're back.
this.
Oh yes, I designed it to be very powerful. It can cut through even the toughest of doors.
That's absurd. I don't believe it for a second.
You don't have to. Haha, I'd have a feeling you'd say that.
What?
Waggy, Cooey, it's time for dinner.
How would Waggy just be here?
I have no idea.
What?
Why are you here?
And
Where
they
did you come
reused the
from?
same exact animation.
That's so funny.
No.
Well,
Is that a puss? Young lady, this is the Old Bailey. One does not make cat flaps in the oak paneling at the Old Bailey. I'm not done yet, don't worry. This doesn't mean that the people in the storeroom door with window bags was made by your machine.
It does because the timestamp is incorrect.
And there's no way you could prove it was. I guarantee you there's gonna be some
Watch
kind of
it.
marking on it.
no, but it's easy.
Damn, Graydon, you are fucked.
You were
What?
so bad.
The cat flaps my cat flapper magic creates are all of fixed size.
Oh
There
wow,
we go.
you're fucked, dude.
And the dimensions of the people at Winterbanks are the exact same match.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, yo.
What's your last ditch effort, buddy? Because you have nothing left.
Hehe. Old Silky's lost for words.
Excellent work, Iris. Thank you. And now it's my learned student friend's turn to be lost for words, I feel. What are you going to pull out of your ass that you can use
Nothing.
against me?
Literally nothing. You have nothing.
I believe your judicial assistant has already left the country for your Eastern Island home. Are you seriously going
What
to
does
try and
this
say that
have
she's
to
not here as a
do?
witness so she can't say that she did it? We could go there and test the dimensions right now. Well, yes, that's true. Then you may have some difficulty in establishing all of the facts. For the sake of argument, let us assume the people has dimensions that are a perfect fit for this contraption. In that case, when was the peephole cut? The prosecution demands proof of
We
your
have
answer.
it on the photo. We have it on the fucking photo. The time.
Yeah, and if you really need her word, suspend the trial and get her statement.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll literally call her. Or we can't call her, but we'll fucking fly over there. I don't care.
What is the purpose of your line of inquiry, Lord Von Zieks? It's very simple, my lord. The defense argues that the peephole was created after the incident using this device. But now that the perpetrator has returned to her native land, she cannot testify to the fact. There is no proof.
You're an idiot, bro.
For as long as the defense remains unable to prove that the peephole was made, my learned friend's claim amounts to nothing more than a baseless accusation. You can't prove that she didn't do it.
Oh my god.
What? The dimensions are a match. You need to disprove that. And that is indeed so, Lord Von Zieks. Shut up. Well, counsel?
Don't give up now, Runo. This is the time to create your own opening and force your way through.
I don't know if I can do this, but I do know one thing. Sato-san is the greatest judicial assistant in the world.
That's true.
Very well, the counsel for the defense will present evidence to support the claim made. Proof that the people in the door of Winterbank's storeroom was created after the event and not before. It's definitely these photos, because we can literally see. There's no
Yeah,
people.
exactly. And there's the time.
And there it is. Yeah, see, you can see it in the next photo.
Like, you're telling me in 30 minutes, like,
Take that!
What are you? A print from that detective's infernal cameras again. You can't discredit these cameras, bitch. My judicial assistant, Miss Susato Mikotoba, is an extremely intelligent and capable woman. And very mean. Which is why I never had any cause to doubt that she would have considered this scenario and made sure I had the necessary proof. And the necessary proof is this photographic print, counsel.
read them
This
and weep,
print.
whore.
Shows a scene in the shop moments after the defendant entered to premise. Agreed, that point was terrible. And it also shows the accused mercilessly wielding a gun in the direction of the defense spoker. That was Winterbank's gun, might I add. But more to the point. It pictures the storeroom door in the background. Let me see that print again. I don't believe it. This really is quite remarkable. The door to the storeroom is completely devoid of people in any description. Ugh. Mr. Graydon. No. You couldn't possibly have witnessed the crime as you claim to have done. Because at the time it happened, there was no people in the door. Ugh. In other words, your testimony is a catalog of lies. Breakdown time.
Get fucking wrecked.
Oh, everybody moved out of the way just so you can do that.
Yeah.
Order! I'm satisfied that the defense has substantiated his claim beyond all reasonable doubt. What's wrong? This witness's testimony was entirely fallacious.
Yeah, it's almost like we were trying to tell you that the whole fucking time and you didn't believe us.
You have no ground left to stand on. What possible argument could you possibly come up with now? That's not the only thing we now know beyond a reasonable doubt. My learned friend's assistant's guilt can no longer be denied. The woman tampered with the crime scene. What, are you gonna drag her all the way from Japan?
I know, right?
But more importantly... Good lord, there's more of Lord Fancies. If you somehow try to spin this so we now can't convict this dickhead and spin all this on us, I'm gonna be so mad.
I know.
The defense may have established a reprehensible insistence of perjury. But that is no proof that this man is the victim's killer. Who else would it be then? Yes, that's right. What? I was there at the scene. It's true. And I was shot in the arm. It's true. But that's all. Yes, in fact, if you look at the circumstances, I am the victim here. Oh, please. No. I don't believe this. But they're right. As it stands now, I don't have any definitive proof that he is the culprit. It's written all over him.
Still, he can't worm his way out of it now.
Iris?
You know what they say.
Like, regardless, he's still going to jail over
I
messing
know.
with the crime scene and all that, breaking in.
And you know, I don't know, the fucking like betraying your country bit, that's still
Yeah.
like a thing that is very much important.
There's no point in locking the cat's door after the cat has already bolted. I don't know why I added a new word there. Isn't that right, Ryuno? As Hurley always says.
No.
Nothing. One lie begets another. No, wait. That might have been a line I wrote for him in one of my stories.
Well, no matter who said it first, you're right. Mr. Graydon, not only did you give false testimony to the court, but the lies you told make no sense. Make no sense? What do you mean by such a remark? What you said in your testimony reveals that you know something that you shouldn't have known. In other words, there is a fundamental inconsistency in your statements. What?
Objection!
Shut up! This is provocative talk, counsel. Won't you enlighten the court? Explain this alleged inconsistency. Oh, I fucking will. Iris was right. One lie begets another. The inconsistency is revealed by the lies in the witnesses' statements. They show that Mr. Graydon had knowledge of something he shouldn't have known anything about. Namely... Alright, the third gun, the peephole, the bloodstains on the coat. Let's think. Okay, well, it's not the third gun. Because he literally saw it there. The peephole was made after the crime, which means the perpetrators had already fled.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't have been able to see or know anything about the people. And if anything, if he... And we know the bloodstains on the coat is freaking wrong.
Yeah, that one's just straight up wrong.
I want to say people, because that's kind of what we've been going off of.
Yeah, because I mean, he'd have to have had the cat flap-o-matic or whatever to even make that. If he knows about the peephole and he's the only one that knows, it would be that he made it.
Mm-hmm. The point is that not that you lied in your testimony, Mr. Graydon. Yeah, like there's no way he would have known about it because Susato would have known about it because she made the hole there and he was already gone. It's the
Wait,
nature
that
of the
Susato
lie.
made the flap?
Yeah, she did. That's
In
why
the
she gave
pawnbroker?
us. Yeah, she did that while we were running out after the Skulkin brothers.
Oh, okay.
And she was also
okay.
tending to Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But Graydon was already gone, so he shouldn't have been able to know about that.
Right.
It's the nature of the lie that you concocted that is so revealing. You're not making any sense.
You're not making any sense.
Let me ask you a simple question. How is it, Mr. Graydon, that you knew of the existence of the peephole in the storeroom door? What? Well, obviously, How's the cat called your tongue, witness? The peephole in the door was made after the incident occurred. Once I returned to the shop, having failed to catch the 2 burglars, Scotland Yard's investigators arrived immediately. Since that time, the police have been in Windibanks constantly carrying out their investigation. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson? So wait, that also means he couldn't have seen the blood either.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said he saw her through the storeroom door. And if the peephole wasn't even there, he couldn't have seen it to begin with.
There were a lot of things he's claimed to have seen through the peephole door.
Well, yes, of course, sir. The place is chock full of pawned articles, and my lads have to thoroughly examine them all. So I got the order to have officers working around the clock in shifts so we get through it all. And consequently, there's no way that you, Mr. Graydon, could have gained access to the shop. Shit. Therefore, you should have known nothing about the peephole in the storeroom door. So the fact that its existence forms the basis of your testimony is completely inexplicable.
Objection!
What? And yet, the fact remains that Mr. Graydon did maintain that he witnessed the crime take place through the peephole in the door, which he's lying. Well, no, he's not lying. Like, he clearly knew about it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
How on earth is that possible? Could I have a word, please, Lord Von Zeeks? Speak, Inspector. It's just that I really ought to be getting back to the station now to put in my report. There's really nothing more I can add to this testimony, so if it's all the same to you... Permission denied. Oh. It's not all the same to me, Inspector. Not at all. You'll remain exactly where you are until this trial concludes. Fuck you. Of course, sir. Mr. Graydon. No, stop talking to me! You shouldn't have known about the existence of that peephole. Which can only mean that you must have been informed about it by somebody else.
Objection!
Who? Stop there, my learned friend. You realize I trust that the words you just uttered have extremely serious implications. I kind of messed up the last word. Yes. But the defense believes that the details about the case that Mr. Graydon claims to have seen must have been revealed to him by a certain person before his testimony. It's not the Skulkin brothers, because they already left.
Right.
And in fact, considering our particular clue we have, there's really only one person it could be. Who was the person in question, Counsel? Who gave this witness details of the crime scene to facilitate his false testimony? Okay, well, it's obviously not Susato. She didn't have any contact with this guy.
Mm-hmm. Not Sholmes.
Sholmes would have no reason to divulge that info to him.
Yeah.
Iris wouldn't have any reason either because she was with us the whole time. Gina wouldn't say anything either. Windibank was dead.
Is it Gregson?
It wouldn't be these two either. I think it has to be Gregson because these two were gone.
Yeah. And I mean, he's not to mention he's been acting shady this whole fucking time.
And also
like...
he wanted to leave as soon as we were about to name who it was.
Exactly.
Take that!
The truth is, it can only have been you, Inspector Gregson.
Yikes.
Me?
Objection!
You had better have some proof to substantiate such a rash claim, my lord friend. Consider
Not
the fact that we have only been aware of Mr. Ashley Graydon's identity for the past few hours. We learned of it only in the course of the trial today. Indeed. Preparations for his testimony were made with great urgency during our hour-long recess. Well, the police executed the subpoena and brought the man here from the communications station. And until that time, Mr. Graydon would have no idea. No inkling that he would suddenly be required to appear in court. Damn. Are you suggesting that until such time as he was summoned? Yes, my lord. Until then, it's reasonable to assume he knew nothing of the people. It was only once Mr. Graydon was in the stand that he realized his position. That he would have to defend himself against the accusation that he was the third intruder. You're suggesting to the court that it was while this trial was still in progress that he received the information, so that he can commit perjury in order to save his skin. Exactly. And the only person with knowledge of the investigation that he had any contact with is you, Inspector Gregson. This is a bloomin' outrage. Why would I be giving away details of our investigations to this fella, eh? I was summoned to his lordship's chambers during the recess in any case. Have you forgotten that? Quite true. I had a number of questions regarding the events that transpired at the pawnbrokery. Which means the first time these two laid eyes on one another was after the proceedings resumed following the recess. I mean, you two were also talking about something, like discussing something, and I called you out on it. We still don't know what it was.
Yeah, literally.
Since then, they've been in full view of the stand whether such illicit discussions couldn't have possibly occurred. Oh, it did.
They were just doing it, like...
I called them out in the last episode, or no, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I've just remembered something, Runo.
What is it, Iris?
There was once a time before, wasn't there? I think it was when Ginny was testifying.
Oh yes, now that you mention it. When the bailiff was dispatched to retrieve McGilda's music box from the scene of the crime. That's it! It was during that testimony. Yep. I remember finding it strange at the time. Mr. Graydon and the inspector seemed to be having some kind of secret discussion. But why? Why would he tell
Exactly.
him?
They're besties.
It would have been possible for you to give Mr. Graydon the information he needed then. You little toe rag, you're making all this up. I'm a respectable Scotland Yard inspector, for crying out loud. Why would I do something like that? Why would I be giving away confidential details to the likes of this bloke? Admittedly, you wouldn't have had any reason to do something like that for no gain. But perhaps... What, is it money?
Probably.
It was part of a deal of some kind. Then it starts to make more sense. What deal, Counsel? I wonder if perhaps in exchange for the details about the people in the crime scene, Mr. Graydon agreed to give a certain something to the inspector. No. I'm sure I need not remind the inspector that, if found to be true, striking a deal of any kind with a witness would be considered a gross case of malfeasance. What? Well, I...
Wow.
Objection!
It's becoming clear that jumping at accusations is this Nipponese student's specialty. I don't do that. But with the stakes so high, the prosecution is not prepared to listen to such baseless charges. It is incumbent on the defense now to present evidence to support this diabolical claim. Evidence? Just what are you proposing that the inspector demanded of the witness in return? The court must see proof of this alleged deal. And it looks like we'll have to find out what that deal was in the next episode. The next episode is most definitely going to be the finale. So, ooh boy. We're at
This
the
is
peak.
insane.
I said that last time too. We're at the peak of this trial.
But,
It's so
but
good.
now we're really at a peak because we're literally stopping right now on a spot where they're like fucking fuming.
Oh yeah. And it's actually kind of funny because the next episode is going to be episode 42, which is the exact same amount of episodes our previous Ace Attorney Let's Play had. So it's kind of funny.
That is really funny. I wonder if all of our Ace Attorney playthroughs will be that long.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, so. Oh boy, I'm excited. Next time on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures, we're going to figure out what this deal was and put the final nail in this coffin in this case.
Yikes.
So, as always, if you all enjoyed and want to keep this series going and show us some love and support, then be sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button for the finale. And we'll see you all in the next episode.
Final episode.
Final episode. Right. Peace out.
Well, watch it not be the final episode. Anyway, bye.
That would suck.